Welcome back again with a webinar episode. We are Planetech Media House. What is Planetech Media House? Planetech is an independent media house. We have a reliable source of information, news, and articles. We also offer genuine experience across excellent portfolios of media speakers every out there. By helping the audience understand what is vast and diverse news, we have another episode of webinar on sports edition with the resourceable speakers out there. Let us call upon our first speaker, who is Ragini Kumar, executive sports producer, star sports producer, on-field producer for ICC Cricket World Cup 2015, ICC Champion Trophy 2017 UK, and IPL 2018, and Indian sports popular live and non-live, who is also a TEDx speaker and a founder of Holy Shoot Productions. I would like to get you over to you, ma'am. Welcome you on Planetech Media House.
Thank you, Dhanush. Holy Shoot Productions was something I did on my own before I joined Star Sports. So that is not there anymore. I'm using my expertise with Star Sports. But thanks for that kind introduction. Sports has been my background, and I've been working in sports production for as long as I can remember. That's where I started, and I think that's where I am now. It just talks about how much I like to bring out stories of extraordinary people who are, doing the best they can and are sports person. And I think their stories should be always be shared with all the fans. So I think that's what fueled my passion to continue doing sports journalism, sports anchoring, and sports production, and just to try to get, stories that would inspire others who are watching it. So they feel that, it's not impossible. If others can do it, they could do it too. Right. I think that, again, we are obviously currently battling COVID-19 situations. As I was just talking to Gurleen before we started, that it's almost been 100 days for me that I've stepped out or gone out on the road because things have altered. It's an altered reality for all of us. And it's also, if we take 2 steps back, it's something that's given us time to reboot. I think there are a lot of things that all of us personally have felt are not as important as we used to think, and some things, maybe other emotions that we feel are far more important than the others. I think everyone individually and every corporate or every facet of life, whether it's sports or films or journalism or newspaper, everyone is going through that rebooting phase. It is not only important, I feel it is essential, because then there is no other option. A pandemic has given us, it's forced us to do the unthinkable. People would have never imagined that sports could happen without fans, without screaming fans. But as a host broadcaster, I work with Star Sports, as Dhanush rightly mentioned. Now we have to find a way to, make sure that sports goes on. But what do we do about the fans? Do we have zero fans, or do we get minimal fans? That is again something we have to figure out with the medical guidance that will be given to us, the do's and the don'ts that will be given to us from the government. But it is very important now to discuss what is the future of sports and live sports. Will they be playing in empty stadiums? We have seen that in Germany, there were stuffed toys that were kept in stadiums for the players to feel that, people are watching. They were blow-up dolls, they were cardboard cutouts of people, and you could put your face on those cardboard cutouts. So the players could feel that, the audience is still there. So these are the first steps. And I think more steps will be taken where virtual reality will be a very, very important aspect that will be used for all broadcasters to bring live sport back and make it interesting, make it interactive. Again, it's the social media, which will be a very, very important tool. It will be the digital revolution, which will be a very important tool for all fans like you and me and everybody watching to go back into the live sporting field. Like IPL has been pushed, and I've been talking to a lot of people about not having IPL, in their lives. It's been 12 years for fans, for people who like to watch live sports. It's so important that those 2 summer months are about enjoying, watching sports. And this year, the 13th season has been pushed or postponed. And I've been talking to a lot of people, and they're waiting for some of that cricket action to come back, because in some way that brings back normalcy. You can forget about not going out in 100 days. You can forget about meeting friends or family, because those players, you associate yourself with their familiar faces. You're dying to see them back in action. But all of this has to happen only once, everything is approved by the government and no lives are at risk. So for a broadcaster to think about getting more fans involved, there has to be innovative use of technology. There has to be innovative use of social media and the digital strategy, which I mentioned earlier. More than that, we also have to see that which stadiums are safe for players and if they will be quarantined or not. It is also important to ensure to bring, that hope back by getting some live cricket back. I think that's the way that you can send the message of hope to everyone. We are connecting every day through Zoom calls and through webinars with people we are meeting for the first time. It's a new way to meet everyone and exchange your ideas. Similarly, I feel that, that gives you hope when you connect to people in different countries, different cities, but they're having the same issues. Introducing live cricket will send the message of hope, to all the fans that, okay, dheere dheere things are coming back to normal. We are seeing our favorite players, our, most revered icons back on the field. So this is what I feel is, of course, it's a challenge, but it's also, every challenge brings an opportunity. The pandemic has given us time to reboot and forced us to think about different ways to innovate using technology. And I feel it's really important to bring some live cricket back in our homes, bring back hope, and just ensure that, of course, ensuring the safety of our players. That's what I feel as a broadcaster, to take the live cricket or live sport forward.
That was really amazing to hear about your views on the post-COVID situations of the post next day. I have a question for you. How
Sure.
do you see the world of sports change post-COVID?
See, as I rightly mentioned, there will be no handshakes after you win the toss or you lose a game. There will be no celebration in a match of cricket or kabaddi. The high five and hugging your players. I think that will go out of the situation. There is a lot of conversation, because I majorly produce cricket. There's a lot of conversation about not using saliva on the ball. So that has divided the cricket world, and the bowlers are wondering how to now get another skill, so their bowling is accurate and they can use it. So I think those things will change. The umpires will not hand out their caps and their gloves. You will have to be responsible. And the biggest change will be not having 60,000, 80,000 fans screaming your name, or clapping and going absolutely ballistic when you hit a century. Interestingly, there was a show which I recently did with Virat Kohli on our channel. It's called Cricket Connected, which is available on Hotstar. And we did put this question to Virat that, are you thinking about going back to the stadium without any fans? Virat, by his own admission, said that I am a kind of a player that, people's energy around me, the stadium's roar, it pumps me on. I get excited when I hear people that they want me to hit a six or do well or feel. So he said that, of course, this is going to be an issue that he needs to deal with or something that he needs to overcome. But having said that, it's more important that, cricket goes back, live sports comes back, ensuring that people are healthy. Also, again, I must put the broadcaster's point of view here. When we show a live match, there are at least 70, 75 to 100 people who are looking after one match. Now that will be reduced. It will all be remote. Our productions, everything will be remote, like how you and I are talking right now from the comforts of our home. So a similar kind of thing will have to be planned by the broadcasters.
That was amazing to hear about the broadcaster's view on the post-COVID sports sessions. I would seriously miss sitting in the crowd cheering for my favorite cricketer, or cheering for my favorite footballer out there. And we also miss having that Mexican wave in our
Of course.
stadiums. Those were the times. It's just not watching the player play his game. We also enjoy sitting with a group of people and cheering for them. That actually gives. Virat Kohli sir said that was actually right. Our cheerness, our cheers will actually enthuse and pump them up. I think we will
Yes.
surely miss all these things post COVID.
But that's where technology will come in handy, and there will be ways that we will still get all the fans connected, give them more immersive view, immersive experience. And I think everywhere around the world, most production houses and technological people are working towards bringing this experience closer to home.
That's really amazing to hear about it, Mom. You were so informative about the post-COVID situations. Thank you so much for being on Fantech Media House with information
Thank you for
stuff.
inviting me. It was
Yes,
lovely seeing you, Gurleen and Aalam, and thank you,
Welcome.
Dhanush,
yes,
for
ma'am.
all your assistance and help. And I hope to catch up with you guys really soon.
Yes. Thank you so
Sure.
much.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you,
Bye,
Ragini.
Aalam.
Thank you,
Bye.
Ragini.
Bye,
It was
Gurleen.
really
Yes.
amazing.
Thank you.
Bye. Bye.
Let's get back to the session of webinars with the sports editions. And our next speaker would be Shams Aalam, who is an international para swimmer, sports diplomat, a 10 plus TEDx speaker, two times Limca Book of Records, and holder of accessibility advocate. I welcome you on our platform of Panatech Media House. Over to you.
Thank you, Devans. It was really a pleasure to meet you last time and meeting you again virtually. So it's really a matter of pride for me. And yeah, thank you for Planotech Media for organizing this webinar. As a sports diplomat and an elite sports person, the importance of sports and fitness is very especially for us, like we para sports person in India. Gurleen, please let me know if my voice is audible. Am I audible?
Yes, it is. Yes, you are.
Yes, you are.
Okay,
You
thank you
are.
so much. Thank you. Yeah. So I will be mostly, as our last speaker told about the importance of technology and the fans and everything. But here I will be talking more personally about the para sports and people with disability, why sports and fitness is important, and how we can do during this pandemic time of coronavirus. So we people generally believe that we have to continue with our sports, though we are not able to do physically going outside. Like I'm a swimmer, and because of national government and sports authority of India, that they have not allowed us to continue swimming pool. So we are not able to go into the swimming pool, and somewhere I feel it is good because somewhere the lives of people or sports person or everybody is very important right now, and we have to take care of ourselves, and we have to think about our fellow Indians and fellow world people. So somewhere we are stopping ourselves. We are not going into the swimming pool. However, it is not that we will not bounce back. We will definitely bounce back. We will, and we will continue our targets, whatever goals and whatever our national and international championships are there. But what is important right now for all the people with disability and without disability also, please do the exercises whatever you can do with less intensity, because this is a time when think practically. If people with disability like me, if we are getting any kind of injury, we will not be able to get the medical support, we will not be able to go and get the proper medication. So so it is my advice to all the people, those who are listening to us, that if you are, especially people with disability, do your exercises. I am doing my yoga, which is not absolutely, which is not harmful. You can do twice in a day, and other stretching exercises you can do, which will make you fit and which will take you fit, which is very important, I think. So these kind of things we need to do regularly on a regular basis, but with less intensity. What do you mean by less intensity? If like earlier, when without pandemic, if we used to do suppose 45 minutes session for our physical fitness in a gym or with our trainer, and if you're right now at home, I think that same 45 minutes of exercises, maybe you can reduce to 30 minutes. And if you are doing any like 10 reps, if you are doing for with 5 kgs or something in gym, that you can reduce absolutely, because right now taking care of your health and being fit is very important. Your endurance level should be good. We are not looking right now to go and compete anywhere. So this same applies for us people also. Why I am talking this? Because fitness is important, yes, no doubt, for everybody it is very important. And even whether person are athlete or not, it is important for everybody. But what we have to think right now is, like, we have to take care of ourselves, which is very important right now. Because as I mentioned earlier, that right now the situation is like that, going into any for medication is very difficult. And especially people like me, those who are having spinal cord injury, are facing much vulnerability. Because we sometimes feel we have our respiratory system problems. If we will catch uh, any kind of disease, it is very difficult for us. So my advice is like, keep doing your exercises, whatever you are doing, with less intensity, at least until the situation is getting better, and we are going outside, and with all SOP we are doing our exercises and our training, physical training outside of house. This is what I would like to say. And one more important thing for all the people is, like, what I wanted to say is, please don't compare, at least at this situation, with yourself with any other's fitness and any other mental capability, mental health. Because what we have seen yesterday is a shocking news for everybody. So I wanted to give you all a message that, please, at least, whatever you are in, whatever situation, guys, please try to understand yourself, and don't compare yourself in any situation, any case, either in terms of fitness, either in terms of education or anything, or financially or physically. Because when we stop comparing ourselves in this kind of thing with others, maybe then we can feel ourselves uh, what do you call, satisfied or happy. Being happy is very important, guys. Very important to have fun in your life. And I'm sure in this lockdown situation also, like, how I am finding, like, I'm on wheelchair, I'm staying alone, and with my father I'm staying. We are talking too much. I'm cooking food for myself, and I'm just giving all the time. I know when the situation was all right, I used to travel a lot everywhere. I used to go. I used to give very less time to my father. I used to train myself, and I used to get very less time to spend the time with my father. So this is the time, my friends, that you can spend your time with your family. And the best part you can do, like, as we are connected virtually, and the internet is playing a vital role in our life, it's my humble request. Maybe you can just try with your father or mother, those who are old age. Maybe you can try to teach them the use of mobile phone. Sometimes they will be very happy to know you. And actually, I'm doing it, so I know how my father is feeling very happy sometimes. And when he's seeing me that I'm going live and I'm doing Zoom calls and webinar, sometimes he comes and he see. Last time I share, like, I wanted to share with you, like, last time we did a Zoom webinar uh, for a global region, like the people from USA, Canada, Japan, Germany, and Pakistan, Bangladesh was the part of that program. And suddenly my father came all the way, just my backside, and he was standing. He was showing his hand to everybody. And then he just talked with the people, those who can understand, like people from Pakistan. He talked because he can understand Urdu only. And then he realized I realized that he was very happy. He was very happy that he's not going outside, but he can have that feeling of that I'm connected with the all over the world. So this is what small things we can share with our family members, and especially with our elders, which will really make them happy. And keeping happy ourselves is very important right now, what I feel. And on fitness parts, yes, definitely, it is very important. And I would say, please do whatever you can do at home. And I know, like, if I'm a sports person and others are not, but yes, with the help of internet, maybe with the help of YouTube or any other social media, there are a lot of videos available online which you can see. And some exercises you can do at home. The only precaution I wanted to say to keep is, please don't do any exercises which you are not comfortable and which you feel that I'm not good at it. And please do the exercises with less intensity until and unless you are very confident. Thank you so much. I think if you have any questions, you can please ask me.
That was really amazing to meet you once again, Shams. That was we met like 2 to 3 months back, and we're back again on virtual platform because of the COVID this thing. I really felt so happy when I saw your profile that I'm going to interview you. That was happy to meet you once again, and I do have a question for you. Yes, 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 yes. I do have a question for you. You
Please,
being a
please.
motivational speaker, I know your personal stories. How do you, and you used to be a lot of traveling person. How are you managing to stay in this crisis of post-COVID? Shams, over to you.
Yeah, so Devansh, I know, as I mentioned, that I keep traveling, and yeah, it is a difficult situation, but understanding yourself. When I talked with my mentor from Doc Garner from USA, he said, Shams, things is what is we have to give the priority what is important at present. And I think as a fellow Indian, staying at home is very important, because I cannot do anything for my others people, but I can keep myself at home. I can save my life, and that's how I am saving my other fellow Indians' life also, which is really very important. So that the cause should be always very important to you. If the cause is bigger, then I think your personal things will not affect you. That is what actually I am feeling right now.
That's really amazing to hear about that. And I do want to ask you about how are you managing your practice sessions during this COVID crisis?
Yeah, so yes, I'm not able to go into the swimming pool, but yeah, in the early morning, because I'm staying right now in Gurgaon, so it's very very hot session. So we are getting very early, like 5 o'clock here in the morning, and then I will be offering my prayer namaz, and then we are doing like me. I'm the best part. What I wanted to share with all the guys is, like, I started doing my exercises in my home, and now my father, he is 90 years plus, and now he is seeing me, and you know what impact happened. Now he is doing along with me. Now he will be doing his stretching and like this and that. So this really actually motivating myself that yeah, at least I can create the impact. See, I know I am creating impact outside the world, but I have never created the impact in my house. And now this is the best time for me to create the impact, and which I'm saying it actually. My father is like, he will be standing next to me and he will be doing some exercises. He will be doing yoga and other exercises, which really motivates me. That's how I am managing. Like we will be doing in the morning sometimes. Then we will be doing in the after evening. We are doing stretchings and yoga. That's how I am keeping myself. And then yeah, second part is a very important part is I'm in cooking right now nowadays. So which is a very good exercise for me.
Wow, that's amazing to hear about it. I would really be the first person to taste once the lockdown is up. Let's meet up and have some chat after the lockdown. Shams, we'll meet once again physically.
I'm into for some biryani.
Sure, definitely.
That was really
You're
amazing.
most welcome.
That was really
Thank
amazing
you.
to have a conversation you both two once again, Shams. We look forward to have another meeting as soon as possible. Thank you so much for being on Planet Media House. That was day one.
Thanks a lot. Thank you so much, Platinum Media, and everybody they want. Gurleen, thanks a lot. Thank you. Bye bye. Take care.
Bye bye.
Well, let's get back to the session of webinars, crafting transformative information. We have one of the speakers here, Gurleen Kaur, who's a cyclist, runner, TEDx speaker, sports event organizer, Guinness World Record holder, and the Limca Book of Record holders, and Mission Udaan finalist, and also a tutor. We welcome you on the platform of Planet Tech Media House. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you so much. It's a pleasure to be here and share my thoughts about the impact of Corona on sports. It has been crazy times, obviously. In the last few months, we have seen almost all the major sports events across the world. They have been put on hold. Either they have been cancelled or they have been pushed forward to some future unknown date. and nothing is clear as of now. Be it Olympics, be it even a big popular marathon like the Boston Marathon has been cancelled for the very first time in its 124 years of history. So until and unless it seems as if we will never go back to the pre-COVID situation, until and unless a vaccine is created and is available to the masses. So how are actually everybody has been impacted by this. People who are associated with sports, be it organizers, be it participants, it has been crazy. So this is such a unique situation that nobody has clear answers as to when and how things will proceed, and when we'll start finally having uh, sports events again, and we'll gather in crowds. And this is what, as a sports person, I've been missing the most. As being a passionate athlete myself, this lockdown period has been super crazy for me. It is so difficult to stay sane and motivated all the time. um, See, we are not used to, as sports people, we are just not used to being indoors. And the major issue being, and then we have normally used to have our, practice sessions, which are planned properly. And we were supposed to, peak before an event happened. Now, all this is missing. So there are no personal, goals to be attained. There are no events to look forward to. So how do you stay motivated? Then that is the biggest challenge for us these days. And everybody is struggling, I'm sure. So people have come up with very innovative ideas, and they have been creative, as we can see through we can see social media being flooded with events which are like virtual runs, virtual rides, and crazy fitness challenges happening, and people participating in them, enjoying themselves. So it is very important actually to be a part of such a thing, because I understand the sense of accomplishment. And it is very good for our mental, just not just the physical helping, but the mental helping too, because we are just not used to being isolated, and sports is one thing that connects us to others. So this is a major change. And as far as indoor runs are concerned, it is a very hot topic of debate, because not much has been researched into it as to how the long term effects of it on our joints and our tendons. So I don't know, personally I would not do it, but some people are doing it. And in fact, some people have even done not just a few kilometers. People are bloody completing full marathons, running around in their houses, around the furniture, in the balconies, on terrace, and it's crazy. I have many cyclist friends who are lucky enough, and I'm so jealous of them right now, because they have smart trainers at home, and that's what I'm missing so much. I can't tell you. So with smart trainers and online training programs like Zwift, they are able to not only compete, but also train along with riders across the world. So it is a virtual world, and it gives you a real feel. So that is something I'm so missing right now. I wish I had a smart trainer. All I had was my mom's very old indoor cycle, and that's what I've been using, because I have to just burn off my pent off energy, otherwise I would go all crazy. So this time has been very difficult for me. Um, so now, just like other activities have been opened up, and with certain precautions, obviously sports will too. And we as organizers or participants, we just have to ensure that we are very cautious. We should come up with new and innovative ideas as to how to minimize contact, and obviously follow the government guidelines. uh, Having covered this, I guess the future of sports, I feel, post the pandemic, is quite bright. uh, See, the in terms of live events, TV coverage, fans, even the economic aspect. The reason being, this assessment is basically based on the fact that the window is narrowing, and so all the organizers would want, once everything normalizes a bit, that they would want to pack in as much as possible, as many possible opportunities for the players, so that it makes sense. And because there will be a very narrow window this season. um, so and most of the online live events, they have come to a grinding halt. So those involved with that, I feel, would definitely want to come back in action as soon as possible. And we are already seeing that in the form of various football leagues
Yes,
all
yes.
across the world. They're obviously, they have resumed behind closed doors. And if we take the case of New Zealand, then rugby matches are being held there right now because they have lifted all the restrictions. So obviously the other worlds, and what is surprising is the people who are not even particularly rugby fans, they are thronging to the these stadiums in large numbers and enjoying themselves, because this is that feeling of freedom is totally unparalleled. I don't think I mean, and this live action has been missing for so long for everybody. So that's what I feel will happen. And uh, I feel that moreover, I feel that the sports basically would uh, it'll play a big role in the lives of people, in a way that it'll inspire freedom and hope. It'll bring hope again, because people right now are even though malls are open, you don't see people's there. Obviously everybody's scared, and it is a very scary scenario right now. So and the Olympics, which is now rescheduled for 2021, that is being seen as a platform for to celebrate mankind's victory over the virus. Even if no new world records are being made, or no, obviously it will not be, because nobody is really into that level of fitness that they were used to. So it is going to be difficult. So, but I'm pretty sure we'll manage. As sports people, we do that all the time. We recover from an injury, we go back, we train hard, and we are back in form. So I end this message today uh, that as humans, we are quite resilient. And even if, things don't appear to be as bright today as they were earlier, I'm pretty sure we will overcome, and this too shall pass.
That was really amazing. You really spoke awesome about all the situations which is happening around the world, and that's true that New Zealand have won the fight against the coronavirus, and they're having the rugby matches, which has been the very good hit. They're all enjoying. I wish the whole world gets recovered by that way, and I want to sit in the one of the crowds and cheer for all my favorite sports person, as I mentioned, Ragini Mama. And I want to ask you a question. You being a very good cyclist, how do you miss cycling with your co-cycling during a long ride, with having this crowd mates, having a cup of tea during the breaks? How do you miss those times?
Okay, so let me correct you once. I'm not the person who would go and have tea or snacks or go for those foodie rides. Whenever I ride, either it is a very long ride, which is something I love, preferably in the mountains, or I would love to race. That's what I do basically. I race. I'm a sponsored rider for Napier Company, and Suncross Bikes both sponsors all my events. I'm also a sponsored athlete for Steadfast Nutrition. And yeah, I am basically missing the rides. I love the feel of, actually my very idea of fun is getting sweaty, dirty, bone tired at the end of a practice session. And that is what I'm missing right now. Even though I'm trying to do everything I can right now, I've tried carrying 15 kgs weights in my trekking bag, and I've been like going up and down the stairs. I know I've been going up and down the stairs 10 floors, 1 hour, 2 hours, however I can manage, because I really want to stay fit. And until and unless I get that feel of feeling getting tired, I just can't sleep, and I just can't eat, and my day seems to be missing something. So
That,
yes, I'm missing my rides a lot.
yes, yes, that was really amazing to hear about. How do you think the next the future of sports would be like after Corona crisis? How do you, because it is going to be virtually, or it is going to be totally like normal stages? How do you say about that?
I think there will be big changes. Obviously, I don't think it will be virtual as of now. I don't know. We can't really say, actually. There are no clear-cut answers right now. But yeah, there will be a lot of precautions that as organizers also will have to take. There are, I've heard there are talks going on with regards to the color of the tennis ball being different for the two players, so that they do not, while serving, they do not touch the other ball. So there will be certain changes, but how and why it will happen, and it is all up to, I really can't say right.
Correct, correct. That
But
was
definitely there'll be changes.
There will be a drastic changes. There will be social distancing chairs in every
Oh yeah.
stadium. I
Yes.
usually have all those hopes down. I can't have that Mexican wave. It will be a break in Mexican wave. I really
I
miss
was
all
actually just thinking about the marathons and how will we, flag off with so many participants. Even if it is staggered, it is going to be damn difficult. How do you maintain that social distance? And you can't run with masks.
Yes.
People know it is quite risky to run with masks. We have had some cases, and so I don't know how it'll happen, but yeah, it'll happen and it has to end. Yeah.
Correct, correct. And that was really informative about the future of sports post COVID. You were amazing on your talk, and thank you so much for being on Planet Tech Media House.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me. It was a pleasure.
Signing off.